Yeah, good evening. Thanks, John. Yeah, we spoke to the group today about what this tournament means to the city of St. Louis. We know there's been, I think, 9 Open Cups here before from various teams that were victorious. So we spoke about us going to this game with a lot of mentality, a lot of courage, a lot of bravery, and knowing that, yeah, we rotated a whole lineup, right, with Indy Vassilev, the only one being that turned back and was able to play again. So, a real professional performance from our group. We wanted to be a team based on principles, with and without the ball, and I think you saw many of those components that came to fruition tonight, and was just a joy to watch. Obviously, an early goal helps, a good start helps, but then to have the willingness and the ruthlessness to carry on right until the 90th minute. And we make a couple of changes and a couple of subs, and then we get another injection of pace and speed and in transition, looking dangerous again. So credit to Dominique, though. Him and his team, it's not an easy team, right? They went on a run last year. They have similar players to the group that they had out there last year, but obviously he's a coach with great ambitions and a really good structure. They pose you a lot of problems, and you could see that in certain moments tonight. So credit to them. Yeah, just a little bit disappointed about the goal we give up. We know that's the sort of battle you play, or the danger you play when you start making changes along your back line, and you can concede silly moments, and we did just that. So, yeah, I thought it was a professional performance, and we move on.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to questions. Tom?
A record crowd tonight, 22,000 for a Tuesday night game against a third division team. How'd that make you feel?
Yeah, it's incredible. We said it earlier in the week. The fans never cease to amaze us, right? We know what we have in St. Louis, and we know that when teams come to St. Louis, it's not just the team that they're going to play against, it's also this cauldron that we have, right? The fans, the fan base, the stadium, everything's on display right now. So the team's playing some great soccer. We have the fans giving the best versions of ourselves, of the support that the city needs, that we need. And it's awesome to watch. It's great to be a part of. And even for an Open Cup game, not many teams, I don't think, can say the same thing right now, what we have going for us. And we're extremely grateful and extremely proud to be part of this movement together, right? And where that takes us is only forwards. And we hope to achieve great things with this team.
Tom, just to make a quick note, that attendance was the 10th highest of any round in the modern era. So.
Okay. And I was just to ask about AZ Jackson. Hasn't got a lot of chances with the first team this season, but he certainly looked like he took his opportunity tonight.
100%. I mean, AZ is a guy we know he's extremely talented, right? He's incredibly gifted and talented. But what's even more special, he's committed to City 2 minutes as well. And it's never easy for a guy, where he trains week in and week out and doesn't make a game day roster, and we ask him to go play City 2, and if he's up for the challenge, and he's been up for the challenge many times, and you can see just through game time alone and through rhythm, now you get put on the display, full stadium, and bang, he's able to shine. So, it's the commitment when no one's watching. It's the commitment to something that's bigger than just himself. It's the commitment to the team to help wherever's needed. And I've seen growth in AZ the last 3 weeks.
Bradley, with Klaus out with injury and Nico Joachini taking a break today, Thomas Osracht and Celio Pompeo started up from. What did you like from them?
Everything. I mean, we played with 4 silent nines, false nines, We knew they have a big back line. We knew that they're going to be dangerous with aerial threats. We knew we're going to have to play underneath, little up back through games, and I think you could see some great soccer moments from us, some great combinations just with the talent on display tonight. There were a lot of ballers, like street ballers, a lot of happy guys playing some soccer, and that's almost what we wanted for them. We wanted these guys to be brave and to play with the edge, to prove a point, to send me a message to say, Coach, why am I not playing? So they sent the right response, and they sent me the right message tonight. So it was fun to watch.
Bradley, you kind of answered my question already, but you mentioned you sub out almost the entire team with only Indiana being the guy who carries over. Did you want to see this as a sort of audition for those guys who haven't had as much playing time to get into the weekend 11 and see if they could make a change in your mind about their performance?
100%. I mean, listen, we had some guys who turned around and said they're ready to play. We know what the trips to Salt Lake and Colorado do to you. We know that we arrived at 4:30 a.m. Sunday morning. So we know that it's one day less basically to regen and recover. So for us, it was all about being smart and strategic about the way we went about it. And we know, we've always said, we've had confidence in our group. We've always said we believe in the players that we have here. So it would not be true to myself if I then try to roll back the same guys again. You know, this is a tournament that we do have a little bit of flexibility with, especially playing at home. We knew we were going to have the home crowd advantage, and we knew we were going to have hungry players playing together, playing for each other, playing for the team. And I always tell the boys, you know, it's like you're a salesman. You take out your business card and you present you're trying to sell me your product tonight. And many of the boys, all of the boys who are out there, really gave a good account of themselves.
Two other players who you've talked about a lot getting more minutes and finally got the minutes today were Jensen and Pedro. You know, how did they do in their sales pitch today?
Yeah, I think both of them down that left-hand side, you could see when we commit to the principles, you know, we're extremely dangerous. Isak picks up, I mean, he's one of the best forward defenders that we have. He's got a real ability to sense out and sniff a play. He gets ahead of the game, proactive in his mind, not just his body, to be able to pounce and jump on a loose ball. So, you know, that's one of his biggest attributes. He surprised me that he went the whole 90 tonight because he did not stop running. So, yeah, credit to him. I thought he was fantastic. And then, yeah, Selmir, we have to, you know, Selmir's a high-level player. You know, he's got a good physical profile. He's got good speed. He's a great 1v1 defender. And now it's my job to help him along to get to those levels, right? So I would say it's a work in progress, right? But again, what a platform to put out your sales pitch. You know, what a platform now to play 90 minutes free. You have an environment, you have players, you have coaches who support you to be put on display. So yeah, I thought he did a really good job. But Selma is a guy that I need to work with every single day to make sure that we know that the principles are being spoken about, committed to. And I know he's a great guy, and he tries and he wants to do so hard for the betterment of the team, right? So, and I think he made a good account of himself, you know. So we're all critical, you know, on the goal we concede. Yeah, can we defend that a little bit better as a group, right? The cross comes in, we don't challenge for the ball, it drops down. Can we step out? Can we forward defend? So just in terms of a principle, that got us away from us a little bit. But I would say for the whole part, job well done.
Justin?
Coach, in the same vein of players making their pitches to you, Miggy Perez has a big game tonight as well, starting in a big moment, playing next to Indiana Vazlev. Does that kind of give you an idea going forward that those two can play well together?
Yeah, I mean, they complement each other really well, right? So I want to see Miggy Perez playing the way he did tonight, more of that. You know, just to have a good balance, right? We have a free-flowing Indy Vazlev who's, you know, can break line passes, can see the next phase of play. Miggy can break down plays and then connect the next guy in transition. So it's a good complement to each other, good profiles. But yes, we wanted to see this for a while now, and whether it was a Miggy and an Edu or whether it was a Miggy and an Indy, I think just the complement was really good. That was one of the things that we thought got away from us a little bit in Colorado, was our disconnect of the sixes, you know, just trying to work in harmony and work together. So I thought we corrected that really well tonight, not just from the personnel on the field, but I thought from the tactical nuance as well. So, yeah.
Carter? Bradley, speaking of some guys who probably didn't need to make a sales pitch to you, like Edu and Jared Stroud, and what was the decision to put them in your reserves and ultimately use them versus perhaps accounting for the fact that you might have a 4-0 lead when you actually need to go to them? Yeah,
so, I mean, Edu came to us and he said he feels really good, he would like to play. You know, so that's one you put in the bank and get him on. We know Johnny Nelson didn't play the whole game in Colorado, right? Joaquini, we were only going to put him in if needed, and fortunately we did not need him. So yeah, Stroud comes in. He's very durable. He's very reliable. He's on a great run of form. He's playing with high spirits and at a high level. And I think you can see the injection of pace and the injection of transitional ability to play in tight spaces. When those guys come on, they do take us up another level, right? So against the tired back line. So yeah, credit to the whole group tonight. I thought it was a fantastic moment for us as a team to grow one more step.
You have time for 2 more?
Is Indy okay, by the way? He got
It was just a knock. Yeah, it was just a contusion. Yeah, so he'll be fine. Yeah, the sub was planned anyway, so.
yeah. And just talk about getting the 5 goals. They're just keeping on coming and showing that relentlessness. And you had kind of a bumpy period there, kind of in the first half, where they almost got a goal there, but you guys kept coming.
Yeah. So you'll see I keep a tactical note and a little thing on my my game sheet. The first thing I wrote there, set pieces, right? So set pieces, you give away momentum, you give away chances, you give away. They have a whole team that's over 6 foot, and then it's 6'5" with Duba Santos up the top. So we spoke about it, and these were moments for us to kill our own momentum a little bit by making a few senseless fouls in and around our box, which then immediately when we scored the goal, they had a big moment at the end. The very next moment is a big moment for them. So yeah, we got to learn. I mean, we don't say everything's perfect with us. We know we're a group who needs to stick with it every single day. And yeah, listen, we're a bunch of youngsters. We're a bunch of young guys, and we learn from these moments. So yeah, I'm proud as long as we can outscore the opponent, and carry on learning. I'm very happy.
Just kind of building off what Carter was saying, what was the thought process going into the game about potentially dressing some of the younger players like Caden or Owen, considering you could be up and there could be a good chance to give them 10, 15 minutes?
Sorry, you mentioned who?
Like Owen O'Malley or Caden Glover. Was there a thought process before the game about dressing those guys and having them on for potentially a situation like this where you're up 4 late?
Yeah, listen, I mean, Caden's been, hampered through a little calf strain, and he's been playing a couple of progressive minutes. But to get to sort of, I would say, in connection of the first team, is still a little ways away. So we're going to be getting him in training now. Obviously, Klaus falls away for a few days, and Caden will be complementing or supplementing that position. So obviously, for now, we'll keep him progressing him with our trainings. Owen O'Malley. He's in a process. He's a process with us. He's in a process with himself right now. So we're trying to give him all the support that he needs. But it first starts with a commitment right now to City 2. There's a bunch of guys there that are, emptying the tank every single day. Owen O'Malley trains with us and plays down in City 2 sometimes. But we need to push Owen O'Malley. He has a great upside. He has a great ceiling. But we need to get him to that moment, right? So it's an investment from me as a coach. It's an investment from us as a team. To keep bringing him along. So, as much as I would have liked to have got him out there today, you can see we rotated everybody, right? And we need to have a what-if moment. What if we go a goal down and we get stuck somehow, right? And I think with the quality on the bench tonight, I just thought that was more important right now.
Coach, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care. See you.